Welcome to Theosophy for the Third Millennium. Blavatsky, The Secret Doctrine. Blavatsky, Isis Unveiled. Blavatsky, Theosophical Glossary. Blavatsky, The Key to Theosophy. One would think that from seeing this, that Blavatsky originated Theosophy. But if one examines the history of Theosophy, one soon comes to realize that Theosophy has been around for thousands of years. Blavatsky began her work in the late 1800s. She moved Theosophy into a broader spectrum, into a better understood examination of Theosophy. This is probably her most important work for the layman, The Key to Theosophy. She doesn't call it the keys to Theosophy, she calls it the key to Theosophy, which implies singular. One key. When she did her work, she expressed the concept that mankind, humankind, was not yet ready to understand all there was to Theosophy. And there was more she had to tell humanity. But this book outlines in simple form her basic understanding. It's interesting in this book, which is taken verbatim, on page 2, called Eclectic Theosophy. It says Eclectic Theosophy was divided under 3 heads. 1, belief in one absolute, incomprehensible, and supreme deity, or infinite essence, which is the root of all nature and of all that is visible and invisible. 2, belief in man's eternal, immortal nature, because, being a radiation of the universal soul, it is of an identical essence with it. And 3, divine work, or producing a work of God's from theo, gods, and urging to work. Looking at and examining those 3 concepts, one would think there isn't a key, but rather there are 3 keys. However, that is not the case. The main key to Theosophy lies in item 2, which says belief in man's eternal, immortal nature, because being a radiation of the universal soul, it is of an identical essence with it. But how can that be the key to Theosophy when number 1 says there is but one supreme being? The concept of one supreme being is critical to Theosophy, but it is no different than what religions have to tell us regarding monotheism. It is no different than what philosophical rational dialectics have to tell us in terms of first cause. And it is no different than what observation, scientific observation, has to tell us in terms of the universe beginning with a primal atom. Theosophy differs from all of those in the sense that Theosophy tells us what we are, what we as individuals are, and that is, we are radiations of the universal soul, and that we are of an identical essence with it. In other words, we are divine beings. All the millennia previously, up to the third millennia, and it now being 2010, all of Theosophy has dwelled, and all of religion and science and philosophy and metaphysics has dwelt on the concept of a single, universal, supreme being, including mathematics with its concept of the universal set. It's time. Human history has brought us to the understanding that there is one universal being. It's time for the third millennia that we move Theosophy forward and begin to concentrate on the concept that individual humans, their true essence and substance, is not the material body, not our color, not our sex, not our age, not our intelligence, but rather our spiritual being, our soul, being non-physical in nature, and in truth being of the same substance and essence as the Supreme Being, or God, or Allah, or Brahma, or Yahweh, or whatever you wish to